Hello. Hey, welcome back. All right, Aquarians, let's get into this. Happy full moon, guys. All right, so this is the snow moon, the ice moon, the moon where bear cubs are born. Lots of different names for this one. Full moons always bring things up from the subconscious into the forefront so they can either be dealt with or released. So how is this full moon impacting Aquarius? We have the Hanged Man, which is normally the delay, but in this case, it's also the way to see things from a different perspective. In this case, there is a rebirth process. There's a gestation period that is going on before we're going to have this next chapter. But it's the reason for a delay is because something is getting remodeled. Someone is going through massive internal transformations. I mean, this is very positive, and it's not something to be sad about or mad about, is what it says. And I think this is what Aquarius is realizing is, you know what? Boy, Aquarius, we have been getting very similar messages today, all of which are really positive about people having massive awakenings, emperors and empresses, people turning into emperors and empresses. I feel like this full moon is bringing to the surface this concept that perhaps somebody is not like lollygagging around doing nothing, dragging their feet. Perhaps they are getting ready to emerge as a reborn, empowered emperor. To start out with two major arcana, I think Aquarius, this is the only zodiac so far that has had two major arcana for this full moon energy. There have been big energies, though, all throughout every story so far, but and I only have a few zodiacs left. I think I only have 4 left today, but and then I'll have done all 13. So this is unusual to see 2 major arcana right out of the gate. Aries energy, Pisces energy. This is pretty awesome. Aquarius has the awareness perhaps now that there has been a delay for a reason. It is because either an emperor has been being born. Let's say this is about Aquarius themselves, and they realize that they have been the ones who haven't met their perfect mate yet because they were the ones being reborn as this empowered emperor energy. Sometimes we realize it's us. Sometimes we go, wow, I used to accept way less than I was worth. I needed to get into my emperor energy. I needed to be more of like the architect of my own life. Wow, I get it now. It was me that wasn't ready to meet the right person. That's why I kept meeting the wrong ones. We have a 3 of Cups. There is such a wonderful concept emerging here that's like, oh my God. I do think that this is Aquarius. I think that Aquarius was either going for the wrong people because they themselves hadn't quite reached the point where they should have set the bar higher, where they should have expected more, and now they do, and now they're meeting more. Now, it's almost like if you were consistently like going to the wrong stores for items that you needed to shop for. Let's say you're going to make some awesome international dish of food, which means you need to probably go to like a world market or someplace that carries international imported items. But instead you keep going to your local, I'll say like mini market, and then being dismayed when you can't find anything other than, salty, sweet, snacks and, pre-made hot dogs. Well, you can't go to the mini marts and the gas station mini marts if you're trying to find international, cuisine items. So I kind of think that it makes so much more sense. Oh, I was going to the wrong places. I didn't realize I should be going to those awesome import stores that have, different segments devoted to every other nationality and, and food cuisine that exists. Now that I'm shopping in the right place, wow, it's really easy to find what I wanted. This feels amazing. This feels like a moment where things are starting to click. I feel like Aquarius is going to be meeting somebody that is exactly right for them. I also feel like there is some kind of a whomever Aquarius might match with is possibly a dark-haired man. We see him here twice. I don't think that's Aquarius. I think Aquarius had been you know, in the past they'd been with somebody else that maybe shared some of, it's like, why isn't it working? I'm dating somebody that I'm so much alike. How come we still aren't getting it right? It's because Aquarius wasn't supposed to date somebody that was so much like them. They were supposed to date somebody that, was the emperor that they've been seeking. They were supposed to be drawn to or find someone who is at the level that they themselves are now also at. It just feels like, I don't know, like Aquarius has a divine counterpart. Look at this. Here's Aquarius. All this time, they were turned away from that star. They weren't really on their life path 100% until now. They were ignoring some of their own beauty, some of their own grace. Maybe this Aquarius was settling for relationships that mirrored how they thought about themselves. And if you don't see your own self as this remarkable and amazing and attractive and empowered person with a life purpose, then maybe you're similarly like going to attract people that feel the same way about themselves. And this message is like, I think Aquarius is seeing it from a different lens and saying, it wasn't that I kept meeting the wrong people and how come nobody is, very serious, or I never meet the right kind of like awesome relationship partner. Aquarius is like, I wasn't even looking for the right partner. I didn't realize I was looking for people that matched me, that were ignoring their own light, just like I was ignoring my own light. That is changing. This is so exciting. This is such a great turnaround. Tell me, what does the future look like then? 6 of Cups. Now we're bringing in the kind of soulmate that really matches. There is somebody, and this person, I already said somebody who maybe has dark hair, whereas before maybe Aquarius was even dating people that looked a lot like them or something like that. And it's like, that's not even, I feel like it's more of it's not a visual per se. It's more like someone whose frequency looked the same as theirs, someone who's like inner energy. If Aquarius was dimming their light or turning away from the beauty within them, then they might have been finding somebody else who did the same thing. Now they're going to be gravitating toward people that are like completely different than anybody they've ever dated before. Now, could they also be, I mean, we can find love across any culture, anything, anywhere around the world. The star denotes distance, and we have several different cultural references coming in. And so I just can't help but, and I already used the analogy of like a world market. So I'm feeling like a really strong pull that Aquarius has a divine counterpart that comes from a different part of the world than they do. We even see like the hand reaching out, and it's like human hands are something that it also unites all of us. It doesn't matter what world we were raised in, where we came from, we'll all still have the similar human experience, the kinds of stuff that we can hold in our hands, the things we can build with our human hands. It's all the same, no matter where in the world somebody came from. We share so much in common. And it just feels like there is a soulmate that is going to be like nobody Aquarius has ever dated before. There's a soulmate that's unlike anyone they have ever imagined themselves with. This person could be, they could be famous. They could be somebody who's written books. They could be we see all these like somebody who's maybe a mathematician or a scientist or something, and they were super brilliant from childhood. And this could be who Aquarius is matching with. But we have all of this like mathematical equations written in this book, and it just kind of is seeming like, God, Ace of Swords. Yeah, I really feel like this person is super intelligent. We see the book again, and I feel like either Aquarius is super intelligent in a whole different avenue. Let's say Aquarius is artistic and this person is scientific. Let's say they've never dated somebody like this before. But that's who they actually match with. This just feels like there's so much great conversation. There's this whole new life chapter to open up. Is Aquarius like meeting this person right around now and they're having the epiphany, or is Aquarius having the epiphany and then they're meeting the person? I'm trying to figure out which is happening in which way. Someone could also actually be blind, or this also reminds me of like a cool, like I'm picturing like a sax player or something, that like just dresses like really awesome, suits and sunglasses and stuff, even on stage, playing in a performance or something. Or maybe these are glasses to shade their eyes while they're doing some kind of work. I don't know. This could be like, let's say, safety goggles if they're like a chemist, or they're, an engineer or something like that, or working in a lab. But my first impression was, this person may have a different way to see the world. They may be blind to certain things, and their brain is like opened up to all these other like things that they care more about. Things like education. It just keeps feeling like super intelligent, super educated, possibly scientific, possibly a mathematician, possibly has a background from some completely different culture than one that Aquarius was raised in. And yet all those things that seemingly are so opposite are going to be exactly what makes all this work, what makes all this click, because they have so much to share with Aquarius, and vice versa, right? Everything that we've not experienced that somebody else has becomes like this really rich, like, oh my God, I love hearing you talk. I love getting to know you. Your whole life is something other than what I've experienced. So there's so much to like absorb. This could be great. When I said, okay, is Aquarius having this epiphany and then meeting this person, or is it going in the reverse? We got the Hierophant to answer that, which we have the third eye opening. So I'm going to say it's the epiphany first. And then Aquarius meets this new individual. This is new love, new romance. Very much so. How swiftly does the new love or new romance come to pass? We've got a 10 of Pentacles, and it's in the reverse again with that hand. And it's funny because the hand is like opening up the world and saying, okay, wait a second. I'm asking, how soon does this happen? And it's like, as soon or as long as it takes for Aquarius to like completely widen their perspective and say, the person that's going to be right for me could be at that world market shopping for food, just like I'm going to be, or that person that I'm going to meet that's just right for me. I have to welcome them in. Let me just mentally sit down and open up my mind and say, universe, bring me the kind of person that I now have the same frequency with. Universe, how is my life supposed to change? Who is going to be the best match? I didn't realize before I was dimming my light. I was making my life too small, and my life is supposed to be broad. And who I can connect with is some brainiac with this rich, background, and I'll learn things from them. They'll learn things from me. Universe, bring me in whomever it is from wherever in the world. It does feel like, I don't know, maybe Aquarius is going to meet this person like online through like the World Wide Web. They might actually discover that that's the best way for them to end up matching with somebody. We have the Emperor again. Emperors and Empresses have been like coming out in force today, which is so exciting. I just love this. It feels like if Aquarius is going to try like online dating or something, this person will probably approach them. Aquarius is putting out the vibes that say, I am a high quality person. I see the light within me. I am like open to this vast array of possibilities. And, I'm not intimidated by anyone. I don't think I'm less than anyone else. I am so willing, no matter how intelligent somebody is, I can hold my own. I could be in a loving, safe, happy relationship with someone who has a completely different set of experiences than me and a different educational level than me and all that. I can see that working in my life now in a way that I didn't before. I welcome that in. And that is where I think this Emperor gravitates into Aquarius's life. It's as simple as them recognizing and kind of like sending up to the universe, okay, I'm open, universe. I am open. I would like to receive whomever is in my greatest and highest good. But I do kind of think that there may be an online dating or an international, I mean, we definitely have an international element here. We can't escape that. That is 100% here. Ace of Wands and the Tower in the reverse. It's so interesting because there's that hand again. There's a photo. There's a bunch of writing. This is straight up an online relationship. That's how it begins, is what it says. This could be somebody who lives not far from Aquarius, even if their initial background was, you know, they were born and raised elsewhere. Obviously, avoid the romance scams. You know, somebody has to actually like make effort to show up. An emperor will make effort to show up. That may be the thing that they most want is, I don't just want to date you online. I'm a real person. I want to meet you in real life. Like that's super important to like genuinely reach out. And we have enough cards that talk about like reaching out and the hands, you know, being present. Let's hold hands. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a real date. Just because two people meet online, I feel like this could be almost an immediate date that gets set up. If it goes on and on and on and they never meet, that would not be this story. That would be maybe the romance scammy stuff. This feels like absolutely they may meet online and then it's like, okay, so now we need to meet in real life. I think as soon as they actually face each other, I feel like there's a lot of passion that comes off of this, but this all feels like a new romantic energy, and like Aquarius is going to meet them in a way that they never would have believed. They might have been very against online dating. They may have not wanted to meet somebody that way, but all said and done, the thing that is amazing about things like, you know, being online is that you do have a chance to meet way more people in a day than you ever would if you were having to go, you know, drive your car down, park, get out, go into a restaurant, go into a bar, sit there. I don't know who's single. I don't know who isn't. It can take a lot more time to have to communicate. Whereas if everybody's like on a dating site or something, you already know, at least they're pretending to be single and available. But at least you know who's there to talk to. 100% of the people that are online on that dating site, they're all there to communicate. So that takes away some of the guesswork, and that expedites at least the, you know, like, okay, I know anybody here is somebody who wants to talk. And then if somebody says, yeah, and I'd like to actually meet you face to face, that again, it expedites everything, and it allows people to maybe locate each other a lot more swiftly. And in this storyline, I really feel like that's what this is. I know it's very straightforward. I know it is just, there's no wiggle room for me to tell it differently. These are the cards that we got this time, and I don't see a second story here. So I'm going to leave that there. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. Aquarians, I really appreciate you. Bye.